Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of our High Level Masterclass series. What's special about these sessions is that they're unique because we take a specific topic and spend time with an expert from our community in the high level ecosystem. And in these masterclasses, we dive deep into strategies, tactics that can actually help you grow your business using high level. Whether you're an agency, a SaaSpreneur, or a business owner using high level in your day to day, our goal is to provide you with the actionable knowledge that you can immediately apply to your business. So, whether you're just starting out to looking to scale your agency, improve your business, or teach those in your company on how to level up their experience, you're going to learn a lot in this masterclass. And with that being said, I brought on a special guest here. His name's Dar Holdsworth. You may be familiar with him if you're part of the high level community for some time. And if you're brand new, you'll get to know Dar here as well. But just to give a light introduction here, Dar is the founder and CEO of a company called Prolific SaaS, and he'll be sharing his expertise on how he went from $0 to be acquired by a company for his platform that he built from scratch. And with doing so, we've put together a masterclass specifically designed to give you insight, strategy, and action items that you can start from the very beginning and go the route you want to go. So, the name of this masterclass is Your Journey to SaaS Success Starts Here, from ideas to the thriving business. And as we dig a little deeper here, Dar's going to be doing all the explaining. He's going to touch on how to discover your unique perspective and how it fuels your success during your SaaS journey. He's also going to touch on with bullet point two here is how to transform your skills into a valuable service, whether it's selling online or in person or hybrid. And then last, as we wrap up this masterclass, he's going to go a little bit more in depth on some real insights for every stage of your SaaS journey. So every SaaS journey is unique. I'm going to let Dar tell his story and his experiences. You'll make yours. Dar, without further ado, man, welcome. It's great to have you, man.
JB, thanks for having me. It's great to be here with you and the high level community. And for people who are interested in high level and what it's all about, um, yeah, I'm stoked. Anytime I can share and give back, it gives me a lot of fulfillment. And especially starting, like you said, starting from scratch, from nothing. It started out as a little side hustle and turned into a thriving SaaS business. And then next thing you know, we're getting acquired for seven figures. So it's kind of surreal to say it out loud, but it really has happened. And so I'm just going to share some, kind of share some things that I've learned along the way, and so people can avoid mistakes and maybe get there faster than I did.
Definitely, I've learned over the years of just being in the business little by little by
Mhm.
clues, whether it's reading testimonials, watching them, seeing people share things on live Zooms. You just learn and you get to take action on it. So I'm excited with what you're going to share. Dar, for those that don't know you as well as maybe those that do you mind going a little bit in depth into your story as we kick things off so they have a little bit of context of kind of like how you found high level and kind of what you did before you got into software. It's a bit of a unique story that some may not be aware of. So I know we got jam packed. I'm gonna throw it over to you,
Okay,
and I'm just gonna follow your lead here, man. And I'm probably gonna interrupt once or twice throughout the program because we're gonna get some questions below, and I want to make sure we can get some of those answered while we have you live.
excellent. Interrupt as much as you need. I want to make sure people will have great clarity, so we can get them, direction, whether they're new or whether they've been at it for a while and like, oh, let's make sure that we have this roadmap, and we're going the right way. So,
Perfect. So
you want me to
while you're getting ready to
share?
share your screen, I'm going to give
Okay.
the folks here that are brand new a little bit of some tips here. So as Dar mentioned, he wants to see you engage with us and maybe throw some of your questions. So in the comments below, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, let us know your questions. Let us know what nuggets you're taking away. If you're brand new, we'll have a way for you to get a trial, and Dar will go into that. And if you're with us as an active customer of ours, we got some bonuses to send your way as well. Dar, I'm going to throw it over to you, man.
Excellent. I'm going to kind of run through these sort of fast because I know we don't have a lot of time. And I tend to say I pack a lot in. So here we go. You've already covered the first screen. So journey to SaaS success. We're going to go right past that. Here we go. Who am I? My name's Dar Holdsworth. I have an amazing wife and three amazing kids and a dog who thinks they're the fourth kid. and I'm a Formula One fan. So all you Formula One fans, much love. All right. So in 2 years, I built a multi six-figure SaaS business, quit my job, and built my dream home. 2 years later, my SaaS business got acquired for seven figures. Now, it wasn't always like that, right? So here's my story, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I owned a custom motorcycle company. Struggled to stay afloat, right? We did cool stuff. We built bikes for celebrities like Tim Allen, Usher. You can see Usher and Adam Levine there. I delivered that bike to Usher at the set of The Voice. Here I am on stage winning the world championships of custom bike building. I did that twice. And all that sounds amazing, but I had the wrong formula and I couldn't make any money because overhead constantly outpaced production, right? And that's what you're going to learn about a SaaS business. This is a way better formula. And I just had the wrong formula. So I had to, get a full-time job to save my business and my home. The home that I raised my kids in, was in for 18 years. I ended up like three house payments behind and repossession notice. And like, it was a shock. Like I had to save it, right? So I got curious about how I could sell motorcycle parts. That's how this all started. I'd take a job with another company, and while I was doing that, I like figure things out. So I was learning a whole new complete set of skills. While I was, I just want to make this point. The last bullet point, or second last, I was struggling financially and I had no time. And I hear those from people like, "Oh, well, I've got a job. I don't have any time," or I don't have any money. And like, I get it because I was there, but had I not made the decision to learn something new, I'd just be stuck where I still was 5 years ago. I'd just be older. I'd still be broke and I would older. So the business model of SaaS is not like the business model of a business like the bike business or any other brick and mortar business you might get, where you've got to go to a bank and give them a business plan and put up your house as collateral for the loan that they're going to give you, that you're going to then go to, you know you got to get a building and sign a 2 year lease, and you're committed to that, and then you got to buy a product in advance of you ever selling it, and then warehouse that product and have employees and all this stuff, and you're several $100,000 into it before you ever sold anything. With SaaS, with HighLevel, like, it's a few $100 a month. They've built the system for you. They've got hundreds of developers. They've got customer service, all the things. You just put your logo on their white label system and then configure the features you want. And that's what I'm going to show you here today. I already talked about this. I was 49 years old. No one was going to save me. I had to find a better formula. We've already covered all that. I went from three house payments behind to the house that SaaS built. So that is my new, well, it's not new anymore. We've been in like 3 years now. So I'm talking to you from my custom house and my purpose-built custom office and studio, which wouldn't have been able to done had I not made the decision to build a SaaS business. By the way, that car is a car that HighLevel gave me. Another one of their amazing programs is their affiliate program. So that might be a route for you as well. You want to learn SaaS, you want to learn affiliates. Either way, HighLevel has got a great program for you. So, quick rundown of the story. 2018, my back was against the wall, right? I want to just make this quick point. I see like three types of people who make it or don't make it in this business. Number one is existing agency owners. Maybe you build websites, the shtick, right? Where you know the business, where like you got to go out and you find a client, you're going to build a website for them. But after you build a website for them, like, okay, well, what's next? Website hosting, $10 a month. Okay. But then you got to go find someone else, build another website and go for, right? It's not monthly recurring really. And so, but they know how to like get the business, fulfill, deliver, and charge. So those businesses, those agencies can easily adapt a SaaS business model to that and use the features that HighLevel has to create predictable monthly recurring revenue. They're going to make it. People like me, where your back was up against the wall, like I had no choice. Like I had to do something, or I was going to be working for someone the rest of my life. And so the resilience to stick with it is, I'm no savant. Like I had to work at it. I had to learn. But because I refused to give up, that's why I've made it, right? So those people are going to make it. The people who are not going to make it are the people like silver, what do they call it? Shiny objects. Like, oh, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this MLM over here. I'm going to try this. And they see HighLevel is like, I'm going to try this. But if it doesn't work in a month or two, I'm going to cancel and do something else. I would tell you, don't even start now because like you need to treat this as a real business, right? Stick with it, commit to it. 6 months, the year. It's such a minimal expense relative to the ROI that it will bring you and what it can do to change your life. And so, um, but I was like, so here I am. I sold my truck to take a digital marketing course. Didn't even know HighLevel yet. Like I was committed, and maybe I should have been committed. Um, then in 2020, I found HighLevel, and I took what I was learning in the digital marketing space and used HighLevel to deliver wins for chiropractors, right? And then by 2021, I had quit my full-time job. We had eclipsed over 100 customers in our SaaS business on HighLevel, built this custom home, then started coaching others on how they could do the same thing. Race to 10 customers, road to 100 customers using the SaaS model and HighLevel. 2022, 2023, now like featured speaker with HighLevel up on stage, blows my mind. Got a free car from HighLevel, three different, I call it the hat trick or the trifecta, won all three awards from HighLevel, which was very cool. And then here we are in 2024, and my business has been acquired for 7 figures. And it coincides with the AI gold rush we're in, and we're going to talk more about that. But why not only is HighLevel an amazing opportunity for you, but it is there's an intersection of a revolution right now, the AI revolution. And I think it's as big as when the internet itself came to be, right? And people are like, oh, this internet thing. Now they're like, oh, this AI thing. I'm here to say it's not going away. And businesses are going to use it to make more money, to become more efficient, to get more wins, to reduce their overhead, all that stuff. And you can be the person, just like I am, that introduces it to them because they're all going to have it 6 months from now. They're all going to have it a year from now. And at that point, when you're like, oh, trying to sell it to them, they're like, I'm good. I already have an AI bot doing my FAQs, doing my scheduling. And then you're like, but my AI better. And you're trying to steal it away from like you're trying to win the business from someone who already has it. Whereas right now, you can be the person who introduces it to them and how it can deliver wins and wow factor for their business. And so I'm going to show you a little bit about that. So yeah, I learned to work smarter using automations and build a self-managed team in GHL. Been blessed to have build a custom house, retire my wife, get a free car. I'm trying to like run through these really quick. Send my daughter to a very expensive, very awesome top 20, school, which is not cheap, but I can do it because of making this decision to build this business on HighLevel. Bought her a nice little car, as you can see, for her to, good, safe car she's got. And of course, my wife and I are able to travel because I have an online business and I can work it from anywhere. There's the 3 awards we had mentioned that I've been fortunate enough to, win from HighLevel.
And I know
So I'm
you
going to
wanted
make
to
this
go over
really,
this.
oh, go
I know you
ahead.
want to go over this start because, right, the high level is so big, the community is so big,
Mhm.
and when we created this stage, we wanted to make sure that we brought people on to share their story, to share their expertise, and to teach our audience something that they maybe didn't know was possible, or they didn't know how to do it because they didn't have the full know-how to get it
Mhm.
going. So I appreciate just kind of setting the foundation of like, please listen to me because I've been through the trenches, right? Letting us know.
Yeah.
Um, I'm excited for what you got coming up here. And you mentioned, SaaS and what you've gone through. I mean, so it's $200 billion industry. I mean,
Mhm.
I was just looking up the stat here, $200 billion industry. Even if somebody tried to make an impact, there's still enough room for others to have a slice of the pie as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, there are companies like this is not like something that just got made up. There are companies that are doing this, making hundreds of millions of dollars. There's Bird Eye, Podium, Thrive. In fact, I think Thrive. I don't know if I have the exact facts, but fact check me if you like. I think Thrive actually white labeled someone else's software, which is what you can do here with HighLevel, right? Except you could have it as your own. Thrive white label someone else's software. Thrive was the Yellow Pages, I believe, and so they took all those Yellow Pages salesmen who were like trying to sell Yellow Pages ads, because no one wants those books anymore. They used to drop off at your house, right? So like we're gonna teach these guys how to go around to businesses and sell them like, automated reviews and appointment reminders and so forth. You have the exact same thing here with High Level, but it's actually a better system. And you don't have the cost of the dev team. You don't have the cost of it, right? You slap your logo on it and put it out there. And I believe there's like less than 100,000 people doing this worldwide. So there's so much room, right? There's so much. I mean, look, the dude in the picture right here in the fancy suit and the awards and the kookiness. I used to be building custom motorcycles. I learned this from scratch over the last 4 or 5 years. And there are more like, and there wasn't many people to like learn it from. You're in a good spot because you can, whether you learn from me or someone else, you can learn from someone who is farther along than you, who's already made the mistakes, dialed things in. There's so many resources for you to like get up and running quickly. And
And the number one
so yeah.
question that comes up is, do I need to be a developer? Do I need to know coding? Do I need to
Mm,
know, right, business, like from like, do I need an MBA for this? Do I, like, there's a bunch of
yeah.
questions that come up very from often time to time that I come across. I'm sure you have as well. You mind getting into what's really required? What's the minimum
Yeah.
requirements here?
The funny thing is, I'll be in conversations with people. Like, I'll be at the university with my daughter, and like, there's like doctors, and they're like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I own a software company." And they're like, "Oh," and they're like, "Whoa." I'm like, "But I couldn't tell you a damn thing about how to code software, right?"
I agree.
I'm just like, "Oh, we serve a few hundred people, software business." But yeah, so
And that's the first
uh,
thing to think of. That's the first thing to think. Well,
that's
how long
right.
are you coding for? Like, man, long
Yeah.
story short, we'll save it for another day.
Yeah.
I'm
So
with
you don't have to have any experience. I'm going to show you three secrets where you can do this really fast. I'm going to show you how I did it while I had a full-time job,
you.
right? And I was able to use my secret weapon, which is High Level, and then stay to the end. And I got a few things where I can like give you some assets and roadmaps, kind of help you along faster than I was. Um, some things, right? Just these little agreements that I put together, but make a conscious effort. I'm making a conscious effort not to share big numbers with you. Yes, I did get acquired for 7 figures. I'm not saying you can do that. I'm just saying this is a great opportunity. And what I see is when people put the effort in and they're resilient, and they don't give up. I see them make progress. That makes an impact on them. Um, so yeah, this is a real business. You have to treat it like a real business. You treat it like a little, like, oh, I'm going to try this, but I'm not going to be consistent with it. Don't expect to get results, right? Take ownership in it. This is the disclaimer. You can pause your screen, read it, but it basically says the same thing. I don't know what your results are going to be. Not the same as mine because I don't know what kind of work ethic you have or what kind of talent you have. But High Level gives you a great opportunity with a great platform that if you put in the work, there are people that are putting in the work that are getting great results, just like me. And like I said, I'm no savant. Um, okay, who's this for? Agency owners who already have an agency, want to just add predictable monthly recurring revenue to their stuff. Individuals who maybe want to start a side hustle, maybe quit their 9 to 5, chart a new path, or entrepreneurs starting over, looking for a better business model, financial and time freedom like me. Here's why I love the business model: high margins, no product to buy like I had when I was in the bike business, no rent or warehousing or staff like I had to have. I don't need an audience to start out. When I started this SaaS business, I didn't have an audience, right? And it's internationally scalable. So I'm going to share, if it's okay, like some of the top plays. High Level has a lot of things that you can do with it, but I'm going to show you the top plays you can do and keep it simple to deliver wins and scale your business fast. Is that okay?
Yep, those top plays, and just to clarify here, these are the ones that you used day in and day out
Yeah.
to get where you were able to get to build upon that. Is that fair to say?
Yes. Absolutely, absolutely. And so let me do that. So I'm going to show you the Prolific SaaS system, and here we go. Oh, by the way, JB mentioned earlier an opportunity for you to sign up for High Level, and if you sign up using my link, and this is the link right here, then not only are you going to get the amazing things that High Level gives you and get your free trial and so forth, and some assets that come to you from High Level, I'm also going to give you assets of my own that I have designed and developed. We'll talk more about that later, but to help shortcut your success, compress the time for you to get where you want to get, and maybe avoid some mistakes that are commonly made. Right. So let's go. Let's talk about what it takes to start a SaaS business. But before we start, elephant in the room. Look, I thought this was a cool little picture. So this is a slide I wanted to make. Is it possible to get customers to want this? And I don't have any software experience or AI experience, right? So those like you might have those questions in the back of your mind. So I want you to think about this. When you need something, where do you go? Built this custom house. Little did I know that the house people don't give you a fence. I'm like, what? So where do I go to find a fence? I go to Google, right? Think about that. Where do you go? And so who did I choose? Do you think I chose someone from page 5 of Google? So let me ask you this. When you go, where do you go? And if you ask a prospect, hey, when you need something, where do you search for it? They all say Google. No one has never told me, oh, I search for it anything other than Google. And I'm like, great. Let me ask you something. Do you ever go past page 2? And they usually say, no, I never go past page 1. I'm like, great. So what determines which business you use, right? You're on page 1. There are several there. Well, Google wants to be a good search engine and give you what you're looking for, which is product or service that seems to be trusted in the space. That means highest and most reviews, right? Now, it's very realistic that on the first page of Google, you'll see 2 or 3 businesses that all have great reviews, right? They're on the first page. They've got great reviews. So it's fair to say you're probably going to reach out to 2 or 3 of them. Of those, which one do you go with? Let's think about that for a minute. It's generally who gets back to you first. I think it's like 80%. And what I mean is 80% of the online business traffic generally goes to the first page, whoever's on the first page of Google. And then 80% of on the first page of Google, whoever gets that business is the business that responds first to the customer. And so HighLevel helps you do this. HighLevel helps you provide this service to those business owners so they can get more reviews in an automated way to get themselves on the first page of Google, and then engage with prospects immediately, quickly through HighLevel's automations and, of course, now conversational AI, which we're going to talk more about here in a minute. JB, you have anything you want to add to that?
I mean, this is you have questions, comment below. Looks like we're gonna get into the good stuff here. So
Okay. So I was just going on, and I just forgot to get slides with you. So, right, reason number 1, why'd you choose them? Appearance of being a trusted business with satisfied customers. Number 2, they engaged with uh, the lead quickly and answer their questions. And number 3, little to no friction to either make a purchase or make an appointment. So we're going to talk about that. So when we get down to it, though, what do local business owners want? they, they want more customers, right? They want more sales revenue, more profit. They want to dominate their market. They want to be the authority in their market with satisfied customers. They want more time. They get excited. Think about when I started a business. I didn't start a business to be a prisoner to the business, right? I started the business so I could make money, so I could have time freedom, so I could do things, not just provide for my family, but do things with my family, right? And my passions. That's what business owners want. And then obviously, as a business owner, you want more effectiveness. You want more efficiencies, less staff. Automations inside of HighLevel help them achieve this, help you achieve this for your business owner clients, right? So HighLevel handles all the repetitive tasks, and then the AI employees handle countless engagements. An AI employee from HighLevel can handle thousands of customers at once. But a local business cannot afford to hire thousands of employees and do that. So it's really amazing the time that we are in here with this AI gold rush. So here we go. We're going to get into what I call my top easy plays inside of HighLevel. You ready, JB?
yeah, I'm ready to go. And just confirm, these are the ones that you use day in and day out, whether they first came out or whether they've been out for a while and they just kept working.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been using these. Look, I've been in high level for over 4 years now, and they just keep not only introducing new features, but further enhancing, further developing those features. So everything I'm going to show you here are automations inside of high level that I've used for the last 4 years. But now all these automations also can have conversational AI attached to them, which just amplifies them further. And I've got some examples to show people. Okay, so first one, missed call text back. This engages with leads who are when calling the businesses. Now, really quick, if you're an existing agency owner inside a high level and you're like, okay, Dar, I know this. Like you're gonna list the things I know. What am I learning here? This is supposed to be a masterclass. Hang with me because I'm going to show you how missed call text back is like missed call text back on steroids. So hang with me, and I'm going to show you that for the new people. Almost said newbies. I don't. Well, all right, I just said it, newbies. For the new people, this might be new to you. This is a super cool feature. So I'm going to take care of both of you. Missed call text back. Someone calls the local business. Local businesses like can't pick up the phone because they're taking care of customers. What happens? Usually goes to voicemail. Missed call text back. It recognizes that no one picks up the phone and it texts the customer and says, "Hey, Jill, this is ABC Plumbing. We're out in the field taking care of someone. We saw that we missed you. What can we help you with?" And allows Jill to get engaged with right away and not go off to some other plumber, right? And text them back, "Oh yeah, I've got a leak. Can someone come out?" And that's generally how missed call text back works, and it's amazing. But let me show you this. So this is an example of one of the workflows inside a high level, how we make missed call text back with AI work. So there's a missed call text back button. You just click it in high level and just what I just described works. But now this is missed call text back on steroids. And so this is our workflow that is turning it over to AI. And then this is what it looks like. So this is an example. Actually, this is a new client that I got last week. True story. These slides are from a new bakery down the street. Try not to go off, but I went to this bakery because my wife was like, "Hey, new bakery down the street, go check them out and get us something." I called, they didn't answer. True story. I was busy on Saturday doing something else. And so I waited a few, like 10, 15 minutes. I called them again, no answer. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go down there. So I went down there and it was like 11:30, 11:45-ish. I walk into the new bakery and they were out of everything. And I'm like, "What do you mean you're out? Your door says 7 to 2." And they're like, "Yeah, well, we're new." I'm like, "I called," and they're like, we didn't know how much to bake. We don't want to bake too much." And I said, "Well, I called," and they were like, "Man, this place was packed. We had a line out the door." And so I was like, "Oh, okay." They said, "You want to order for tomorrow? Because we don't know if we'll be sold out." And I'm like, "Sure, here's my money. I'll order for tomorrow." It's like, by the way, I, I have a software company that does these automations that can engage with people when they call and can answer questions. So when you and your staff are busy serving people with your croissants and your cruffins and all that stuff, like the automations can take over and answer questions, so forth. And like, oh, okay. Um, so when I went back the next day, so I went into a tool that I use, which is an amazing tool that helps showcase people what AI would look like, because some people don't know. Unless this is another elephant in the room thing. People that don't know about AI are kind of scared of AI, right? And so I remember, like when the internet came around, I remember when um, you buy something online. I'm like, I'm not putting my credit card in that computer. No way. Right. Now everybody has my credit card. Amazon's got it. Everybody's got it. Like it's just common hat. Like, cause we know now that it's okay. Well, that's where we're at with AI. People are like, AI is going to take over the world. I don't know about AI. They don't know quite what it can do yet. So when you tell them I have AI that can do this, they're like, they think, okay, you have a chat GPT. And most of them think chat GPT is just like another form of Google. When you can show them on a phone, on a real phone, on their phone, what their website would look like with an AI bot on it responding to them, it's just like blows their mind. So when I went back to get my order the next day, I was like, by the way, and I'm gonna show you in a minute, real world. I'm like, this is what it would look like when someone calls you, right? Here's creme de la creme. Here they are. This is an example. Hi, this is Emma, creme de la creme. Sorry, we missed your call. Right. And then so when someone clicks on it, they can fill it out. And then, here's the AI bot responding to them. And just so you know, let me just show you this in real time. Fire this up. So this is what I showed them. I was like, but I had it on my phone. Like they didn't see the browser or anything. It just popped up on their phone. So I'm like, hey, this is Emma. And I'm going to say, um, I hear uh, you're new and you can see I'm spelling things wrong in town. Um, what do you, I'm gonna say, what a- are your hours? And I'm spelling it wrong, right? So just like because people like fat phone, whatever. The AI bot is just gonna take over. Now, this is my demo showing them. I haven't sold them anything yet. I'm like, like, hey there, you heard right. We're the new kids on the block. Our hours are blah blah blah. We're open bright and early. Want to know about our most popular place? And I'm like, yeah. What do you have? All right. So here we go. This is AI in real time on a demo. Oh, you're in for a treat. Our signature pastry is the cruffin. It's like a cinnamon roll, but way better. We've also got some killer croissants, plain almond chocolate, you name it. Want to hear about our savory options? I'm saying yes. So here we go. Awesome. You're going to love our options. We have two crowd pleasers, blah, 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 blah. Here are the answers. Which one sound? Um, I'll just say, just the Cruffin. Oh, and do you have any chocolate? I spelled that wrong. Croissants. That's some seriously bad spelling.
So, Dar, while that's doing that,
Yeah.
what do you usually sell this for when you did this? Was this something you sold separately as a core product? Did you sell it part of a suite?
Yeah. So what we're doing here, and you can do this because like this is look how powerful this is. What would it cost them to have an employee on demand, 24/7, always accurate, always polite, never tired, doesn't take bathroom breaks, right? Is answering these questions at midnight on Saturday. You get what would it cost to have that? And how many sales do you miss when people don't go to those answers? Like if no one would have answered me and I didn't go down there on Saturday, they would have missed my sale, right? And think about how often that happens. So you can easily sell AI bots, just the bot themselves. Typically, I would tell people, this is between a $2,500 and a $5,000 one-time setup build. And I know there are people selling it for more, but I think that's probably a sweet spot, 2,500 to 5,000 for a one-time build. And then, like, look, it's going to be 495 a month, 595 a month to maintain it for you, right? To make it's working every month, and there's your predictable monthly revenue. But in addition to that, you get these other. I'm going to show you the other wins, the other SaaS wins. So because it does more than just engage people, like you still have to get the reviews, still do other stuff. But anyway, as you can see, this is enough of this because I know we have time.
So
We
when
got to
you used
get
to sell
through.
this, Dar, did you go door to door to sell this? Was this through online relationships? Because, someone that might be listening in on this may not have the confidence or that experience to sell it for that high, while
Right,
others maybe have the experience of selling high ticket.
right,
Uh, we've seen in our ecosystem, people will sell it for 97, 197, 297. But regardless
sure,
of what you sell it for, you have to have, right, the confidence and the talk track and then
right.
that strategy. What was your strategy when you went to position this?
So what I did was first of all, when I started selling SaaS, I would deliver value. I would find someone who I could deliver. First of all, I didn't have belief in myself. I didn't know that I could do it. I didn't know the system would do it. Right. So I had to make some mistakes, but by making mistakes, I learned, I got better. I took on beta customers and I was fully transparent with them. Now, I wasn't like, hey, I'm learning this. I don't know what I'm doing. Right. I was like, hey, we've got a software company and here's what we do. We help people become more visible and attractive online, them engage with prospects, uh, convert to leads and be more efficient in their communications. And we're dialing in some stuff on our system, adding some features, and we're really looking for real world feedback from businesses like yourself. And if you'd be kind enough to use it to give me real world feedback on what works for you and what doesn't, so we can dial it in further for you and other business owners, I'd be so grateful. And as a result, I would be happy to give it to you at half price for a period of time for the next 3 months or for the next 6 months. And so I need real world feedback and I need a testimonial, right? Because we're going to work really hard for you. And if it delivers these wins, I'd like a testimonial for you. And if you could just tell some other people. And it didn't roll off like I just rolled off there because I've done it for a while. You have to just get out and do it. You have to stub your toe and make some mistakes. But if you're willing to do that, you can get people. And what that led me to was it led me to a chiropractor who said, "Hey, I know a chiropractor coach who has influence, has a whole bunch of people that they coach, right?" And so I went to the chiropractor authority person and said, "Hey, I'd like to give you this for free. I would love your feedback. Please use it. I'll do whatever you need to make it work really good for you. And if you feel like it works good for you, would you be kind enough to introduce it to your group? And when you do, and they buy, you know what? High Level has this affiliate program. So what I'll do is I'm going to give you a little piece. Every time someone buys, you get a little piece of it. Like we're going to make it worth it for you. And another thing that we're going to do is we're going to give a little bit of a discount to everyone in your group who buys it because they're in your group, right? So I'm raising your status. I mean, I'm not telling the guy I'm raising your status, but that's what it does, right? Like, oh, I could buy it over here for $4.97 a month, or I could buy it through this chiropractor coach guy who's arranged a deal for us, and I get it for 480 a month or whatever, right? So they feel like they're getting a good deal. The chiropractor authority person coach, his status is raised, right? And he's getting a little affiliate every month. Everybody wins, right? So now I'm not having to they're selling it for me. And you know, that was one of the approaches that worked really, really well for me. But as far as the bakery thing, that was door to door, and I wasn't even going to make a sale. I was going to get croissants, right?
And
So
that was a neat story to hear because we do that from the day to day, and when we speak about things that we enjoy, they
yeah.
come off just natural. I know that when we were talking offline, you were saying like what I'm going to share is going to compound each other real easily because like now we have the web chat, right? In the web
Hmm.
chat, you could actually use that same concept of storytelling of how the missed calls then they become into conversations. Could you go a little bit more in depth on how you position the web chat for those that maybe weren't like tech savvy, and then those that maybe were tech savvy and they didn't really believe that could help them, right? Because those objections always come up
Right.
for at any given level.
Absolutely. It's all about conversations. Conversations lead to sales, right? No conversations have a much harder time of turning into a sales. If you have a website and you don't have a web chat on it or a way to engage with people, you just have an online brochure, right? But if you have a web chat, especially a web chat that is connected to AI now using high levels conversational AI, now you have an on demand 24/7 representative for their business that is engaging people in those conversations, whether it is to make a sale, answer questions about the business, FAQs, making appointments, you name it. So, yeah. So let me just show you really quick web chat, right? This is a simple web chat automation. Now, HighLevel has some, I don't have it shown up here, but HighLevel has a web chat widget. It's so easy to use. You go, you click it, you answer a couple of questions so you can format the web chat widget on the initial first question it asks and what you want it to look like. But this is now taken it to the next level. You take the web chat automation and you add it to conversational AI, and you're like, well, that doesn't look complex at all, Dar. It's just a simple couple little things. We've got these custom values here. So this is one of the snapshots that we've built for our people who coach under us. And so it says custom values personality, custom values additional questions. We just make it really easy where you can go into settings, go into the custom values, and just put in what those answers are. And it populates here in this web chat automation, resulting in this. So back to the bakery. I was able to show them what the AI looks like on their website, and I don't control their website. I took the URL, I put it into this tool that we use, which is, by the way, a very, very cool tool developed by one of our high level community members. And so I put it in the tool. It brings up their site as an overlay, and then AI is on it. So here it is engaging, and I'll just show you. We'll just run through it really, really quick. Um, Here we go. Oh, I made it too big. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Um, all right. So here we are. I'm like, yeah, this is what it looks like. Of course, it doesn't have, again, it doesn't have the URL up here when you're showing them because, you're just showing them on the phone. You're like, hey, this is Emma. How can I help? And I'm like, um, what I'll say, are you open today? Right? Are you open today? Now they're slinging pastries, right? The bot is taking care of this. Hey there, yeah, we're open today from 7 to 2. Our pastries are flying off the shelves as usual. Want to pre-order something? Make sure you don't miss out. I'm gonna say, uh, uh, I'll come in person. What is your most popular uh, pastry? All right, and here goes the bot.
And Dar, you're doing this
Awesome.
with the person either by your side or some on some sort of Zoom, showing them
Yeah,
this is the end result of you working with me putting this on your website, me putting this
right.
on your social media. So while you're cooking up great stuff, we're
Mhm.
cooking up customers to walk in the door to make big orders.
Yeah, they were blown away. This was literally on my phone. So you're seeing it on a presentation. I just handed them my phone. I was like, here you go. This, and they're like, they saw their site on my phone, like what you're seeing now, and they're typing on my phone. And it's like, okay, awesome. Can't wait to see you. Our all-star is our almond croissant, seriously addictive, blah, blah, blah,
Now, Dar,
blah.
how much did you sell this for? When you met with somebody, how much would you averagely just sell the web chat? Because there in the SaaS world, for those
Hmm.
that are brand new here, I mean, there are companies that sell just these specific services, whether it's calendars, live chat, answering services, whatever it is, they sell them as a single service. What did you position yourself in your market?
So what I like to do is, now there's a caveat to answering that question. We learned a lot from serving the chiropractors, and it was a great business, but we ended up doing too much for them, right? And I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm grateful for everything that has transpired, but we were selling SaaS pricing, but doing more services than we, right? There are easier niches, there are better niches, easier niches to play. Simple games to play. And that's when you can configure SaaS as a tool, like where you don't have to provide as much service, right? So there are different models. There's the SaaS model, which is lower ticket. Then there's the service model, like companies running ads, doing lead gen, things like that, doing SEO. That's a much higher tier, but requires a lot more effort and is harder to scale without adding a lot of man hours and a lot of team. And then there's the hybrid of like SaaS plus a little service. And so if I were starting over again, a new SaaS company today, which by the way, I might be doing, I'm going to make it more tool focused and more tool plus AI because it's going to deliver a bigger wow factor, bigger wins, but still have less service that my team and I have to do. Like we just hook up the AI and the workflows and it pretty much does its stuff. And then actually what I'm going to do is, again, if I'm starting over, I'm going to do like I did before. I'm going to job out the service component to it, probably to a company like, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say names, but there are a couple of companies within the high level community that do a great job of white label service. And I'm going to just going to go with the OG one that was there from the beginning, and that's who what I do. Anyway, so
And you bring up a great point, Dar. There
yeah.
are a lot of companies that have they built their business on top of high level,
Hmm.
serving the high level community, which says a lot about the foundation of the software, about the users,
Hmm.
about the ecosystem. And that's not even including the SaaS potential, right?
Right.
So I appreciate including that and sharing that. And I know with what we've gone over so far. For those that are tuning in, jot down your questions. Have you personally had a specific streak of success, whether it was once, twice, or consistently based off of any of these services? If so, was it similar to what Dar was doing, or did you do something totally different? Let's
Hmm.
get those comments going below because that'll help us start to build a good conversation that we can continue on and learn from each other. And that's the
Yes.
key part about all this is learning from each other because High level alone is disrupting the market of other
Oh
softwares and
man.
apps and schedulers and CRMs.
Yeah.
And it's not even that it's high level as one, it's high level white label branded businesses, which you would
Yeah.
never even know they were white labeled. So
And
really
by the
excited to
way,
know what else you're about to go into here when it comes to this messaging.
I didn't I didn't answer your question earlier, and I don't want to feel. I know we got the political climate today where you ask the candidate a question and they answer
I
something.
didn't even think of
So
it like
I
that.
didn't I
That
didn't
was a
answer your
good
question.
point.
Pricing around I'm doing around 2,500 for a bot build one time. It's an easy sell because 2,500 is not that much relative to what it can do. And then I'd say 497 to 597 is a nice sweet spot for like HighLevel as a SaaS tool connected to a bot that you don't really have to do any service to. And I don't want to say any because there's some, service, but I'll job that out to HLPT and then that'll be it. So, 597 a month is not unrealistic. We've done stuff in the past for lower, but I've also learned that, you know, there, there's a lot of value that gets delivered here to these business owners that ROIs. And if
It also
someone doesn't
depends on who
see
you're
that,
working with, right, Dar? Like we
yeah.
were talking offline, if you're going to work with a brand new business and they don't have any sort of budget or they don't understand the
Mhm.
internet marketing services that are out there, then you're going to be fighting tooth and nail to get them
Mhm.
convinced, let alone to help them. So
Yep.
obviously, like you said, find an addressable market, find a market that needs help, that they
Mhm.
have a business of customers coming in and out, and you can charge a premium for it because what you're about to share and show us here, like there is a lot of effort that's put into making
Yeah.
this happen. It doesn't just happen on its own. There
Right.
is the programming, the monitoring, and the maintenance.
Yeah. So let's just hop right to the next one.
Okay,
Messaging
cool.
response automations, leads coming in from Facebook, Instagram, SMS, text, et cetera. And so this is an example, just like a little screenshot of like a IG conversation with AI and with follow-up. So this is not all of it, but this is kind of some of it. And we built it in our system and it's what we use and what we give to our coaching people. This would be an example of like what you could expect. So here's a Chevy dealer. Right? Again, going back to that tool that I use, put their URL in the back end of it. And next thing you know, I've got their website on my phone that I could say, here you go. This is what it would look like if we did this promo for you. And then like, wow. And they click send message. And then here it is. It's like engaging with the prospect. And then so here's kind of what that, looks like. And
So
then
this
just
is
did
this
the
is a great service where someone has, they have ad campaigns running. We
hmm
know that the speed to lead matters, conversations matter. Back in the day, you could get away with having someone stuck in your mailbox and you get to them
hmm
the next morning, but now people are moving to the next quick. So for
yeah.
those that aren't familiar with this automation tree and kind of what you just shown from a cool factor,
hmm
what problems does this solve for someone that is spending a lot of money on ads?
Oh man, that's such a poignant question because people spend money on ads. Once you get past the ads working, you've got the right creative, you got leads coming in, you got to follow up with those leads. How many people fill out a form and then just don't do anything because their attention span and they're doing so, right? The AI bot follows up for you, right? So not only are you capturing that lead, but then you've got the AI bot that is engaging with them. Hey, do you still want this? Make sure, your voucher is only good for a few days. Here's your voucher. Come on in. Do you have any questions? And so, yeah, I'll just run through this one really quick. That was a great question, JB. Right. So we're going to click send a message. Blossom Chevrolet. Hey, welcome to Blossom Chevrolet. Ready for you to get an extra 1,000 off your trade-in? First, could you tell me your make and model? I'm going to say
This would be off of
2012.
an ad. So they put an ad based off
Right.
of trade-in. Then they click on that little, submit their information. It comes into a
Right.
sort of chat, and this kicks in.
So I show them how this could work. I'm like, okay. So I put in the car that we actually traded on, sold our daughter's car to get her a new one. Right.
Mhm.
It's like, thanks for your info. Which Chevy model are you interested in trading for? I don't know. What do they have Chevys these days? Blazer? I don't know. I'm really a more Porsche Audi guy, but let's see what this. what it says. Great choice. The Chevy Blazer is an awesome SUV. Would you like to schedule a test drive to experience? I'm like, yep. I'm just seeing what it does. Fantastic. I'm excited for you to try out the Blazer. Set up your test drive. Could you provide your email? So I'm not going to go all the way through the
This
process
is
because I know,
exciting though
yeah.
because for someone that is in a car, so if you target car dealerships, right, and they're
Mhm.
like, hey man, what do you got? Get to the point here. Could you just
Mhm.
kind of walk us through if you had 5 minutes with the dealership, like how would you position this and what would you sell this type of service? If how would you position that pricing and kind of let's take action.
Sure. Now, another thing to consider, it's more, nuanced to the niche that you're going after. It's fair to say car dealerships have a larger budget than the local haircut place. I don't know if that's true, right? But just for example, or maybe attorneys spend more than chiropractors. I don't know, but the point is first of all, you want to choose a niche that has good cash flow, uh, good volume. Is that right? So in this case, and what's the price of the item they're selling, right? If you're going to the dollar store and you're like, oh, I need you to spend, this is going to cost you 500-600 bucks a month, blah blah blah, then you're like, I don't know, right? But if this helps them sell one more car, what's their profit on one car, right? Or it helps them sell two or three more cars or two or three more deals, then it's not about the cost for us to implement the software. It's the opportunity cost missed by in this case, the Chevy dealer by not taking us up on this. So this would be an easy $2,500 sell to a dealership. I'm like, can you see how this is going to engage with more people? Because your salespeople are out on test drives or they're talking to other people. They probably don't answer every call, right? Or
There's
your
definitely a lot of
receptionists,
spillage in the leads. I mean,
right?
even when I was looking for a car some time ago, like I had to like almost chase people. And it's almost like the tables have turned. So I appreciate you showing this and kind of going in depth on it.
Mhm.
Um, I know that we have so many more services ahead of us. And for those of you that are tuned in right now and you're absorbing this and you're really leaning in on, I never thought of it like that, or
Mhm.
I'd be interested in maybe going that route. Maybe you sell the 97 to 297 and you want to go a
Mhm.
little bit more in higher ticket, a little bit more higher price. Like Adarta mentioned, you need to go after those businesses that could afford it and their lifetime
Right.
value for their customer matches, right, what you're going to be selling it for. There has to be that
Yeah.
exchange for ROI for
Now,
what
in fairness, also for clarity, when I say 2,500, I'm talking about the initial bot build, not the monthly revenue. The Chevy dealer may well be like, yeah, 2,500 a month. That'd be great. I haven't tested that with him. But what I mean is, like, there is a value to setting up the bot. Like, okay, we're going to this one time build to get it. But then it's just 397 a month, 497 a month, 597 a month, whatever the threshold is for your particular niche. And so 597 a month all day here, no problem, right? But it may be like the bakery company, right? Well, actually, they're close to that as well. But maybe there's another, they're like 297 a month. Okay, great. Um, right.
It could definitely
So
vary.
yeah,
And
it can vary.
with all that comes in, we've gone over a lot of traffic coming in, conversations. Now they become customers,
Right.
right? The next problem that we have to solve for is that reputation. Could you get into a
Right.
little bit of how you'd position that? So you brought these customers in, how
Yeah.
you built upon it as they started growing.
Absolutely. So the cycle of the sale, right, for the local business is people you can only sell to the number of people that know you exist. And I got like tip of the cat to my buddy Matt Decino, who is just brilliant. And I always remember when him, I was like, yeah, duh. But Matt, drilled that into me early on. And you can only sell to the number of people who know you exist. You can have the coolest stuff, but if it's not in front of people, right? So these businesses have to be online, visible and attractive online. What does attractive mean? When you find them online or someone finds them, if they have very few reviews, but the reviews that they do have are 2.5 star, 3 star. That's not attractive, right? So businesses need to have as many reviews as possible, and they need to get them on a regular basis. This is Society is interactive. Google is here. It's not going away. It's the benchmark of how people search and how people buy. So they want to see businesses engaging with Google and engaging with their leads and prospects and customers. So the life cycle, you become visible and attractive online. People engage with you. You fulfill that service you need. Then you get a review from them, right? So then you can get more reviews and keep going up, and more people can keep finding you. What happens is there are really good businesses out there that could have more reviews. I couldn't tell you how many businesses I talked to, and I look at them on, I pull them up online, and I'm talking, I'm like, how long you been in business? Oh, we've been in business 10 years. Like, great. About how many people do you serve, a year, a month? Like, oh, we see 100 people a month. Like,
So when
great.
they
Okay.
say
So,
that, like right now, when you say that to me, 100 people a month, how does that make? So, Dar,
right.
help me understand here. How do you see 100 people a month and you only got 4 reviews?
That's
So
exactly where I'm going. Like,
yeah, and
100
now I'm
people a
there with
month,
you. How
once a
how do
year.
you go about like showing them how you can help them?
Yeah. So, you're exactly right. So what I do is, one of the things I'd say to them is like, 100 people a month is 1,000 people a year, 10 years in business at, what is that, 100,000, and you got 4 reviews. To the rest of the world and to Google, it looks like you've been in business for a week, right? And so you need to be getting reviews on a regular basis. So, but they're too busy. They don't know how to ask. They might ask, but so HighLevel makes it so easy for people, right? We have these review automations. Now, HighLevel has just a quick button you can click send a review, right? We have 2 or 3 different kind of review campaigns that we do for people that have like feedback, because not only do we want to review, but we want feedback. And if the feedback sometimes is not good, we would like to collect that information of where the business owner might have missed the mark. So the business owner can make adjustments and engage with that prospect. So this is, an example of kind of a feedback review campaign, a couple automations we got. And then, we're going to show the business owner, again, on our phone, how easy it is to click a button and the system asks for a review to the customer. So then the customer can just click a button and Google opens up, or frankly, anywhere you want. HighLevel makes it where Google, Facebook, Yelp, anything, you can do that. But I'm always telling my students, Google is where it's at, because Google's the search engine. Facebook's not a search engine, right? So you get that review, and then HighLevel has a reputation management system that you can just monitor all that and reply to it. And then I don't have a slide to show this, but we're using AI now to respond to those reviews. So when someone leaves a review, AI responds in the voice and the tone of the business, because again, Google's rewarding businesses that are engaging with them, not only getting reviews, but responding to those reviews in a timely manner. And then yeah, and you've got, listings as well. We go deeper with Yext and Yext listings. We want to touch on that. We could just keep going.
I think it's a building upon the foundation here, and I think for what may be exciting for our existing users that have been with us is a new perspective,
Mhm.
right? And a new perspective that, hey, look, if you got a bunch of customers in your database, we'll reactivate that database and sell them another solution to a problem that they may or may not be aware of. And then
Yep.
for our new folks that are tuning in with us, Dar's going to show his link at some point here a little bit later in the presentation. Like, just get in here and start playing with this stuff, and you'll
Yeah.
start to see it. Maybe you're helping a family member in their business to practice and to help them out, really easy to go in. These are automation trees that Dar is showing. They're great if you love to build out. Like, I would never grew up wanting to play Legos, but I knew people that loved Legos and they make some
Yeah.
cool stuff. I was more of the young kid that wanted the end result product. I didn't want to build the end result. So you get to pick what journey you want to
Yeah.
take. And like Dar said, you press one button, you're good to go. But Dar, with so much of the evolution that's happening with different products, again, what's the best way for us to like couple all of this together, for someone that just says, "Hey, I just want a calendar. Like, I just want to be able to use a calendar and be able to like just get my appointments in order." Do you have a solution
Yeah.
for that?
Oh, yeah. So, given our time in the market and our learning from our own mistakes and dialing things in, building everything, we have a snapshot already that we give to people who either come into my coaching program or come in through to high level through my affiliate link. I want to give them a head start. So they're going to get a snapshot that has many of these things already built out for them, and they can take what is already built out and the courses that you know, talk through each of those so they have a good understanding of what it is. They can make modifications if they want, or they can roll with it just as they want. And then, you know, we have a community, the Prolific SaaS community, where they can get in and answer, you know, ask questions in a group coaching call every week where we help them along the way. So yeah, um, we want to make sure people that can not only enjoy the success that I found, but much quicker, because we there wasn't much of that around 4 years ago. So yeah, it's um, thanks for mentioning that. We can definitely get people hooked up. I'm going to go really quick through appointment scheduling and reminders because that is another one of the wins. So here's an example of an appointment scheduling automation triggering from different kind of calendars, sending notifications to, you know, congratulations, we've got you booked, and then reminder sequences leading up to that. Again, I have this in my snapshot that I give to people when they use the affiliate link and teach it in the coaching. Here's an example of what it might look like when it's connected to AI. So like here's Stag Barbershop. And I know we're running tight on time, so I won't pull but it's the same tool that I've been using. So I'll pull it up and ask questions, and you can just kind of see, you know, it's like, hey, this is Chris at Stag Barbershop. Saw I missed your call. And I'm like, I'd like to book an appointment. The bot's like, awesome, man. Let's get you, you know, looking sharp. What day works best for you?
And if
Uh,
someone or someone that doesn't have access to a tool like that, or they don't really want to fiddle with a tool at that moment, just
yep,
taking a few screenshots doesn't hurt either, right?
that's
Just have
true.
a few screenshots ready to go. And as you're starting to learn this, you just save those screenshots on a couple slides, and maybe you don't even need it. I
That's
think
true.
people are also open to just like trust you based on your enthusiasm and what you know and how you share the story.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Your belief um, transfers, right? When you're telling people, when you're convicted about this work, and you can have that conviction for two, I'm going to give you two great reasons. Number one is high level is amazing and just gets better by the day. So you have a tool that is amazing that delivers wins. And then secondly, I mean, I did it. I've gone from zero to seven-figure exit building this SaaS company, and I didn't have belief in the beginning. It came through doing it and through making mistakes, learning from them, getting the wins. And so borrow my belief, right? Borrow my belief in you that you can do it until your belief comes through. So yeah. And look, this tool is like, I think they're launching it next week at the high level event, or, you know, like in connection with that. So it's in beta right now. I haven't had this tool to sell the AI that I've already sold to a bunch of chiropractors, right? I've told them about it. I've told them what it'll do for them. I have shown them screenshots, just like you said, JB. So yeah, this tool is just going to make it like, you know, hey, here's some ice cream. Taste the ice cream. You like the ice cream? Great. You want some? Sure. Like this is how easy this tool is going to make it.
And I think the biggest thing here is sometimes we get caught up in the how, right? How can
Hmm.
I do this? How can I get it going? How much, right?
Hmm.
But the why, right? The
Hmm.
why is so key with why this is going to help your business. Why haven't you been doing this sooner? Why are you holding yourself back? But I think a lot of what comes up, what we spoke about briefly offline was
Hmm.
websites. Like people will go right to a website. I need a website first. And you're
Hmm.
like, well, you really don't need the website, or you really need this. But did you ever sell any websites? How did you go about
Oh yeah.
offering and solving that problem?
Here's the great thing about websites. Websites are really sticky. So when you, and what mean by sticky is when you're selling a SaaS product, yeah, we do appointments, we do, you know, booking, we do automated reviews, messaging, website, or web chat. When you're like, I've got your website too, and so it's all interconnected. Man, it's it's very sticky, and people stay for a long time. And you could sell different plans. You can be like, you know, it's mm, set up. Maybe you send to the bots. You might be like, oh, it's $2,500 to, or $1,000 to build your website, and then you have it as a part of your SaaS plan that we do for 397 a month, 497, 590, whatever. Or you could do something like a different model that we've changed to actually in the business that I just had just been acquired. We made it where websites were an add-on. We're like, so, you can do this, or this plan. And that because of what I used to do, and I learned, I used to like the website part of the top tier plan. And then some people were like, well, I'm going to do the bottom plan or the middle plan, but I'd also like a website, but I can't do it if I can only do it on that one plan. So we've actually changed and we're like, okay, you can get any one of these plans. You can get the 297, 397, 497 plan, either one of those. You want a website? And then the Yext, right? The citations that go along with that. Uh, that's an additional 247 a month. No problem.
So
So you
for
have your
someone that's
plan.
thinking about, I'm not a website builder though. I'm not going to go into WordPress and all this stuff.
Oh no.
How did you get
High
into
level, high level makes it so easy, right? Here's website templates. Look at you just teeing me up. You knew it was coming,
it?
right?
Look, there's so much
High level
goodies
has
here. Like, I just,
hundreds of
because I'm like,
websites.
for someone that's brand new, like, this sounds too good to be true. And we spoke
Yeah.
about this, like, we're like, this sounds too good to be true. But this
So
is like going to
this
the candy shop and picking what you want.
this is a screenshot of inside high level. You can see the categories on the left. Browse your categories. In this instance, I clicked home services. It brings up all these home services websites. I'm like, okay, I'm going to pick the one that says plumbing lead services. I click it. It generates in my system, in my high level agency. Boom, I have a website. We change out the logo to the business's logo. We changed out some text to make sense of like what their services are. Literally, I don't want to overestimate because some people are like, oh, build a website in 30 seconds. You can click the button and you have this in 30 seconds. You might take another 15 minutes, 30 minutes to put in their information to like really, and then you're like, hey, Mr. Plumber guy, here's the website that I've built for you. Like, if you like, I can make this live. And of course now, like, and you want an AI, you want a web chat widget on there as well that engages with prospects and books those appointments. It's so powerful and so easy inside of HighLevel. All right. So I know we went a little bit over on that, but we've, these are the quick, easy plays. Missed call text back, web chat, messaging response automations, reviews, appointment scheduling reminders, websites. All of them are great in and of themselves. And I've sold them for the last 4 years, but now we have the AI gold rush on top of it. So all of these connected to conversational AI and high level is just amazing. And the cool thing for all of you on here is,
And before you jump in there, I know that,
yep,
you can go back to that one slide. If you're, take
go
a
back one.
screenshot of this, right? Take a screenshot of the
This
list.
one or this one?
Yeah, for our audience, take a screenshot of this list here. And just entertain the idea of going to Google and typing in, right, answering service. Go ahead and type in live chat. Go ahead
Yeah.
and type in reputation or reviews management. Type in appointment calendars. Type in websites. You look at some of these big heavy hitter players, they're not charging the cheapy choppy prices like they used to back in the day. Even the players that where the cheapest are now have elevated their price. Like there's no longer the dollar menu that has a dollar meal on it. It's $1 or $2. The dollar store doesn't sell anything for $1 anymore. It's like $3 to $5. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
everything's gone up, and you have everything at the palm of your hands. And look, a guy like Dar, who has shared his story briefly here with us, and like he started from zero and built upon this through the hills, support relationships. You could do it too.
Yeah.
So below there's going to be a link to how to learn more how to get started. But Dar, can we jump into this third bullet point that we put together here, which was like the real insights of the stages that you went over, right? Like what you've been through. Bring us home when it comes to the mindset, the resources, and how do you like put this big toolbox and carry it, even though it's super heavy?
Yeah. So I'm gonna skim over these really quick because people want to know like what are the secrets to success. In the beginning, I said, here's the secrets. I'm gonna give them to you. Number one is this all-in-one white label powerhouse, high level. And by the way, I just realized, shame on me. So I have my high level awards over here, and I usually have a little light shining on them. So when I'm recording, you can see them. But before it gets too dark, it's get dark outside. There are three little awards over there: a high level SaaSpreneur award that's over 100 SaaS clients, and a few others, right? That wouldn't be possible without this all-in-one powerhouse high level. And so having a high level account. Number two, snapshots. We talked earlier about what that is. It's like a copy and paste, right? You set up the one business snapshot and you can infinitely put it in unlimited snapshots when you have uh, either an agency account or a SaaS Pro account inside a high level. And so, what does it cost to add another customer? You go get it. What does it cost you to add? Nothing. You click a button and you have another sub account. When I had the motorcycle business, I wanted a new customer. I had to build another motorcycle, right? So snapshots are key. And by the way, when you use my affiliate link on this, I'm going to give you the snapshots that I use to help fast track your time. And then SaaS, just the business model of SaaS, and of course now with AI, right? So those are the secrets. I told you I'm going to give you some great access and bonuses. You want me to show them now?
Yeah, I know you have like two more slides here, so we can kind of go from there. But if you could show that the last two slides and then let people take a screenshot of the link if they don't see
Okay.
it below, if they're watching the replay. And then we could wrap up with walking through that if you want. And
Yeah. So here we go. You have three options in front of you. Just like I didn't even have these options, but you have the options. And that is this, right? Which road are you going to choose? You can path one and do nothing with what you've learned today. Path two, take what you've learned and run with it, right? Chart your own path, take this knowledge, or path three, let us help you, right? Get yourself a high level account, leverage our experience, not just mine, the whole high level team, and let us help you. And so I want to show you what you get when you use my affiliate link with high level to get a free account with them. And then if you get the agency account or the SaaS Pro account, you're going to get some really special stuff from me. And so, I'm going to show that now, JB.
yeah, let's rock and roll, man.
Okay, so here we go. Um, I'm just giving it to you straight. So, agency plan is $297 a month from high level or $497 for the SaaS Pro. And this is free to all my affiliates. So you're going to get the SaaS AI Playbook course, setting up your GHL account, setting up your site with plans and order page, setting up your automations, your bots, set up your AI demo bots with bot mockups, uh, uh, selling direct to businesses. So like the pastry shop example, we're going to talk about selling. Now this is in the course, like selling one-to-one or selling one-to-many. Um, how to onboard customers, give them fulfills and wins, how to get referrals, how to retain people with annual plans. You're going to get the snapshot with tutorials, right? So walk through how we set up. Of course, I'm going to give you everything already set up, then walk through how to set up, how you can set it up. So missed call text back with AI, web chat with AI, messaging responses with all these with AI, appointment confirmation, reminders, reviews, booking bots, FAQ bots, lead gen, all these workflows are already done for you. Um, AI database reactivation. We didn't cover that, but it's a great tool. Always shout out to my buddy Rob Bailey, who really has championed database reactivation. I learned it from him, in fact, 4 years ago, and it's been a great moneymaker for us. AI reviews with auto response or AI response. And let's see, where else are we going to? Another thing you're going to get is you're going to get 6 months in the Prolific SaaS community. So group coaching calls, part of the community. And then I've created some other things for you. I've got this ebook. So you might be like, oh, I'm going to go to these businesses. I'm going to show, maybe you're not going to use the tool I use to show them the AI. I've still created a white label lead magnet for you. It's an ebook that you can give to local businesses. So as they're looking through it, they can have the epiphany of how do people search and how do people buy? And as they're going through that, they're like, oh yeah, that's how I search and that's how I buy. Oh, I probably should make sure that my business is positioned like that as well. So we've got a white label ebook for you, and as well as a white label video lead magnet. So we've got an AI persona speaking to them, telling them this white labeled for you. Um, an AI SaaS funnel page demo. So, like the bot mockup that I showed you, your own landing page that'll have, if you don't know what this is yet, custom values where you put in your name, you put in your logo, and it automatically populates. Next thing you know, you've got a landing page that has your logo on it, and you embed the code for the AI bot demo, and it just shows them. So we've got that built out for you. A revenue calculator, which is just kind of a cool thing. If you're like, I want to make $10,000 a month, well, you can back into it, be like, okay, if I want to make $10,000 a month, how many customers do I need to have at what price, right? And you put in the price you want to sell your SaaS for, and you can calculate, okay, how many customers do I need to get? If I want to just do $5,000 a month, so forth, I have that for you. Um, a bonus of how to create the best AI demo that sells themselves, and then also a Google business optimization guide. It's important for businesses to be optimized on Google. And so I have a guide on that I'm going to give you. And so if you're going to do the starter plan with HighLevel, I'm going to give you some stuff as well. Just the $97 a month. Probably give you more than you need. So you're going to get the SaaS playbook. It's going to help you getting things set up and so forth. And you're also going to get to be part of the community. You're not going to get the snapshot for selling SaaS to other businesses because, frankly, if you're getting the starter plan, you just get one account. So generally, people who are getting the starter plan are just getting it for their own business, right? Like if the bakery shop down there, they were like, we're going to get our own HighLevel account, just do it ourselves. So they don't need all the SaaS stuff to sell to other businesses. They're just using it for themselves. And so, yeah, you don't need that SaaS snapshot. But you will get you know what? Why not? I'm going to give you the lead magnet ebook and the white level video, the revenue calculator. You might be like, Dar, I don't need some of those things based on what you just told me. I just want to make sure you get value anyway. But yeah, so that's what I have for people,
Exciting
JB.
stuff, Dar. I feel like, what makes these masterclasses really pop out is the coaching thereafter, the assets thereafter, really getting to touch and to feel and experience what you learn the same way that you did it at one point out and about. So for those of you that are here with us here, go ahead and take a screenshot of there. There should be a link
Mhm.
below. Get started on it. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been with us. Star, if you don't mind, stop sharing your screen just so they get a nice
Okay.
shot of you and we can kind of close out here.
Yeah.
Help me go ahead and just in the comments, just help me thank Dar for being here with us and hanging out and just really unpacking this. I almost forgot that we were live because we went through so much and we're chatting away, we're learning, and even for me, like I'm learning as I go with you. It's so cool of
Yeah.
what you sharing your story. So, look, if you got the same journey as Dar, maybe you're living that right now. This is that moment that hopefully it starts to click for you. If you've been in the high level community and you've tried it and you've failed a couple times, I hope this inspires you to kind of get back up and go for it.
Oh
And if
yeah.
you're new, you're welcome. You came at a perfect time. We got some great stuff here happening at high level. Dar, if you could bring us home, if you could just kind of give us some parting words here, and then we're going to leave everybody to
Yeah.
take some action.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you for having me. Thank you for everyone at HighLevel. All mad respect. Obviously, and the culture of HighLevel is like nothing I've ever seen before, and it is top down from the leadership. You know, being able to like personally know Sean and Robin and Varun, but I don't have as much engagement with Varun. But those three leaders and what they have done with the company and continue to do with the company is amazing, and the culture represents that. And so, mad respect and a lot of gratitude to be a part of it and to be here with you. And then just for the people who are here, whether you are just starting out or whether you're, like JB said, you're maybe you've plateaued, maybe whatever it is. Like, I hope this gives you the shot that you need, the encouragement you need to get going, because I've been there too, like been like this and down and up again. Um, but I get so much fulfillment. Like, you all are my people, right? I have my SaaS customers and they're great, but like, I mean, we're about to be at the high level event and at the high level summit. And other than the stuff that I do with my family, the summit is my best week of the year because I'm there with all these amazing people. Like, we're all entrepreneurship can be lonely. Uh, and these, but it's so like, you all are my people. And so I'm here for you. If we get an opportunity to work together and I can coach you along or what, man, I'm just honored to be part of your journey. Um, just like jump in. If you're like on the fence, make a commitment to yourself and jump the heck in. Don't look back. Burn the boats. I wouldn't say sell your truck like I did years ago before I ever found High Level, but this is an amazing business model and an amazing company.
Well, y'all, this concludes our masterclass. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you, Dar. Till the next one, we'll see you then. Take action and have fun.
See you, everybody.